So this hip hacker video is probably the most important one, but it's also the hardest for me to explain. So I inherited these crutches from my dad, and I also inherited the need for them from him. He was on these when he was even younger than I am, and I got my joint degeneration disease from him. And don't get me wrong, there are still days when I need these to get around, and I appreciate that. I appreciate them when I need them. I'm really glad they're here because it's all about loving yourself and making things easier on yourself. But what inspired me to come up with these hip hacks and keep doing the things that I love, even though doctors have told me I shouldn't be able to, is noticing, as all of this came out of my own life laboratory, that there are some days when I can do everything I love to do pain-free, and other days when I can't even stand up on my own without these guys. And so that told me that my x-rays don't tell the whole story. There's something else going on. And that led me on a scavenger hunt to amazing resources like a book by an orthopedic surgeon named David Hanscom called Back in Control, A Surgeon's Roadmap Out of Chronic Pain, and another book called Unlearn Your Pain, where surgeons are also discovering that they can do surgery on the structural problems and people don't get better, but they help them process their stuck emotions and they get better without surgery, even with the kinds of structural problems I supposedly have. And that got super exciting and interesting to me and led me down a path to amazing healers like Howard Wills, who you can also find on YouTube, who gave me all these forgiveness meditations, and I could do those forgiveness prayers and meditations and throw these guys away and walk just fine. So we know there's more going on than meets the eye, and I think now more than ever before is this incredible time in human history where we're not only hacking joint issues, but we're really hacking the more of our soul and spirit. And I think about the Grand Canyon, where you wouldn't think that water could overcome something as solid as rock. But water in motion has energy. And we can see when we look at the grandeur of the Grand Canyon that energy overrides matter. And when I plug in to the energy of love, then I'm surprising myself with things that I'm able to do. So a special hats off to people like Howard Wills, Esther Hicks, who downloads all the great insights from Abraham, which you can also find on YouTube, that have helped me tune my frequency to my source energy and overcome on many days, not every day. I haven't figured this out totally, that's for sure. And I'm sure glad I have those guys when I need them, but have helped me tap into my source energy and do what seems sometimes impossible. So also a special hats off to Alpine Meadows Ski School in Lake Tahoe, who has made it possible for folks like me who are differently able to still ski, and really a dedication to all of you. You may not have hip disease like I supposedly do, but whatever your challenges are, when you plug into source, anything is possible. So I hope these videos gave you hope and let you play without having to pay. See you on the ski slopes.